They're in the gate. And they're off. Bonfire Diva shows first. There's Flattery's Music and Bayou Melody. And from the inside, Bustin' Roxy uses her speed to get in front of the other three. We drop back 3.5 lengths to Grand Lady Indy, who's just outside the duo of Lindsay, and Diva Banker, who's at the back. Bustin' Roxy makes the lead. Cohen, Bustin' Roxy a length. Bonfire Diva outside on the chase in second. Bayou Melody saves ground at the rail in third. Length and a half more to Flattery's Music was under a drive in fourth. Then we come back to Grand Lady Indy and the duo of Lindsay and Diva Banker, 22-1. Bustin' Roxy blitzed the opening quarter, and she maintains a length lead. Bonfire Diva, Diego goes to the whip. She's not responding. Room at the rail for Bayou Music. She shoots on through. Following that moves Grand Lady Indy. Far outside's Flattery's Music. Off the turn and into the stretch. Bustin' Roxy's gone. Bayou Melody's there through a 46 1/2. Up the inside, trying to cut her down is Grand Lady Indy with it coming to the 16th pole. And Bayou Melody and Kevin Navarro begin to draw away here. They're four in front. Going to be tight for second. Diva Banker from the back trying to get to Grand Lady Indy. She didn't. Bayou Melody by 5. Then Grand Lady Indy and Diva Banker. $2 exacta 5-4, 24.20. 50-cent try 541 32.87. And the dime super 5412, $22.22. They're in the gate. And they're off. A little bit of a stutter step start there for Not My Type. Outside, there goes the favorite Jake's Orchard. Not My Type's recovered and moves up into second along the inside. Woe Hop's third, about a length and a half from the front. Then we come back to Destined for Glory, who's fourth, just ahead of Solo Flight and Find a Name. We're at the back of the pack. Jake's Orchard takes them around the first turn a length. Woe Hop moves up along the outside in second as Not My Type settles into third, 2 from the front through a 24-4 first quarter. Then we come back to Destined for Glory. Andre Worry has a good hold of him, yet he's still advancing nicely. Then we come back to the two trailers. They are Solo Flight and Find a Name, who's a dozen from the leader. It's Jake's Orchard, a half length. Woe Hop intensifies the pressure in second. Then we come back 2 lengths to Not My Type through a 49 3/2. Destined for Glory continues to move forward. 3 lengths more to Solo Flight. Another 3 or 4 to Find a Name as they make their way to the far turn. Jake's Orchard trying to give Woe Hop the slip. Jake's Orchard a length. Woe Hop's under a drive. Not My Type yet to move now. Asked a question by Rafael Rohina, not responding. Destined for Glory's under a ride. Solo Flight trying to make up some ground through 3/4 and 114 and 3 from the back. Find a Name's gathering momentum. He still has a lot to do with 3/16 of a mile ago. Jake's Orchard off the turn and into the stretch by 2.5 lengths. It's all Jake's Orchard here. Not My Type moves up along the inside, battling Woe Hop for second. From the back, Solo Flight trying to get a minor award here, but they come past the 16th pole. It's all Jake's Orchard. Going to get out of the maiden ranks today impressively by about 6.5. Then it was Not My Type, Woe Hop, and Find a Name in 146 or 5-2, $9.02. Race 3 comes up next. It starts today's $1 pick 6. No carryover in the pick 6. Here in race 3, you can. And they're off. Oh, stumbling there a bit at the start was the number 2, Crystal Air. She's being chased after right now. Oh, Mrs. Maisel makes the lead. Coquito on the outside and moving up at the inside after the stumbling beginning is Crystal Air. These three have already opened up about 4 lengths on My Royal Vow, who's back in fourth. Then we come back to Intentious and Cozy Magic's at the back today. Up front, Crystal Air's made the lead. We'll see at what cost. She has a half length on old Mrs. Maisel through a 24-second opening quarter. 2.5 lengths back in thirds, the big favorite, Coquito. She has 5 or 6 on My Royal Vow, who has a length and a half on Intentious. And Cozy Magic's at the back. She's 15 from the leader. And the leader is his long shot, Crystal Air. Emmanuel De Diego trying to nurse her along here on the front end. She's built a 3-length lead through a 48-2 half mile. Oh, Mrs. Maisel at a price is in second. Coquito being asked for a run now as Intentious moves up along her inside into fourth. Dropping back there a bit was My Royal Vow. At the back's Cozy Magic. Up front, Crystal Air keeps on going. De Diego begins to shake the reins now, trying to get a little bit more out of her as old Mrs. Maisel creeps closer. Then we come back to Intentious and My Royal Vow. Coquito is at the back of the pack. Coquito is not getting it done today at a huge short price as they're off the turn and into the stretch through 3/4 and almost 114. Oh, Mrs. Maisel. Here comes Intentious with a full head of steam down the center. Cozy Magic from the back past the 8th pole. Intentious going the better of Oh, Mrs. Maisel and takes the lead and begins to draw away. It's Intentious by 2. Then Oh, Mrs. Maisel, 2 on the day for Buckley and Navarro. Intentious by a gear down length. Then it was Oh, Mrs. Maisel, Crystal Air, and Cozy Magic in 146 and 50-cent try, 542, 383.50. The 10-cent super, 5421, 133.10. Race 4 comes up next. And they're off. Away slowly there was the number 5, Dr. Barry. Awaiting trial broke alertly and went right to the lead. There's Raceuli, one of the firsters, maneuvering around him and taking away the lead from awaiting trial. It's Raceuli. Hot on the chase in second is Just a Guy. Along the inside, Stegosaurus moves up. Then we come back to awaiting trial. The duo of Armenian Dancer and Anna Fomandine are about 7 lengths from the lead. And then we drop back to Dr. Barry and Kameen Sira, who are at the tail end. Raceuli and Just a Guy duke it out through a 23 and 2 opening quarter. Stegosaurus and awaiting trial races the team 3rd and 4th, 2.5 from the front. Then we come back to Armenian Dancer, who's just inside of Honor for Mandine, and the rest of them are far back, including Kameen Sira and Dr. Barry off the turn into the stretch. Just a Guy arrests the lead away from Raceuli through a 47 and 1/2, and Just a Guy begins to draw away here. Just a Guy by 3, Just a Guy by 4. Then Raceuli. Dr. Barry is making up a lot of ground. He's going to try and move into second here. There's no doubt about the winner. It's going to be Just a Guy. He's going to win it by 5. Dr. Barry got up for second over Raceuli. $2 exact to 7.5, 20.80. 50-cent try, 7.53, 13.87. 10-cent super, 7.5, 3.4, $17.50. 50-cent pick 3, 7.5, 7.30. And they're off. Missing the break there was the number 3, Frontal Vision. He spots the field about 8 lengths. There goes 2:30 a.m. and rushing up inside of him is Storm and Sammy. These two have a length and a half on Puckish, who settles into 3rd. Along the insides, King Spirit 4th. Then we come back to Hannah War, just ahead of Burning Money. And after that flat-footed beginning, Frontal Vision is about 25 behind the leader. It's Storm and Sammy, who went quick early, 22 and 3 for that opening quarter. 2:30 a.m. Koa takes a hold and is content with second. Puckish gains ground into 3rd from the outside. 5 lengths behind Puckish's Burning Money. King Spirit just moved past Hannah War and then all the way back to Frontal Vision. The field makes their way to the quarter pole. Storm and Sammy. Here comes Puckish. Puckish to Storm and Sammy through a 46 half. Off the turn and into the stretch, and Puckish just made the lead. He went right on by Storm and Sammy. 32 a.m. back pedals from the back. Burning Money gained some ground into 4th. Past the 8th pole, Puckish. A 2.5 length lead. It's all Puckish coming down to the line here. Storm and Sammy's going to hold the place. Puckish gives Jonathan Buckley and Kevin Navarro a triple on the day. Then it was Storm and Sammy. Console pick 3 for 50 cents, 517, $31.87. Race 6 comes up next. It kicks off the late pick 4. And they're off. There goes Stunning Sugar for the lead. Outside is Stella Brown. To the inside is Frisbee B and Practically Summer. Kitty of War broke alertly today. She's 5th, now 3rd, just 2.5 from the front. Back in 6th is only LaDuce. Then we come back to Moody Girl. Ashted Lady, and moving up between fillies is Reason to Risk. Bunched up here, just 7 lengths from front to back through a 23-second tepid opening quarter. Stunning Sugar leads. Stella Brown chases. Kitty of War waits. Just a length and a half from the front and 3rd. Practically Summers moved into 4th. Reason to Risk moved up 2 spots to 5th. From the back, Ashted Lady gets going. She's about to split Reason to Risk, and to the outside there is Moody Girl. The field spins off the turn and into the stretch through a 47 and 1/2. And Kitty of War has clawed her way to the lead. Stunning Sugar battles right back. Stunning Sugar put a length right back on Kitty of War, who was right up alongside and now is back in second as they field races to the 16th pole. Stunning Sugar and Jeremiah Slores well on his way to a double for himself and Paul Barrow. Stunning Sugar by 6 at the end. Practically Summer moved into second, ahead of Kitty of War. I have $92.12. 10-cent Super, 96511, 55 even. And the 50-cent pick 3, 779, $63.37. Race 7 comes up. And they're off. New York Riesling broke like a shot and went right to the lead. There's Noble Journey outside. Along the inside, Drozzle Diem moves forward. The gray Guaco's there. Central Love makes up some ground as well. Then we come back to Brother Jeremiah, who moved up. Trap the Dream and Civil Service are at the tail end. New York Riesling freewheeling on the lead here, a 4-length lead. Central Love all the way out of 7th into 2nd, just past Noble Journey, through a pretty easy opening quarter of 23 flat. 2.5 more of the Drozzle Diem, who's shadowed by Brother Jeremiah. Then Guaco, and at the back, a Civil Service. And Trap the Dream, New York, Riesling, and Koa have things all to themselves on the front end. It's a 5-length lead coming to the quarter pole. They trip the half and 46 flat. Off the turn and into the stretch. And New York Riesling tries to get away now. Got a 3.5-length lead. Central Love at a huge price trying to upset the apple cart in second. From the back, Drozzle Diem. No one else really making up a ton of ground down the outside. They come to the 16th pole. New York Riesling's almost home. Late rally from Civil Service. Way too late. New York Riesling flag fall to that's all by 5. $2 double 9.5, 203.50. $2 exact to 5.3, 30.60. 50-cent try, 5.31, 112 and a quarter. And they're off in the Tin Cup Chalice. Mr. Sugar Daddy broke alertly from the rail. Here goes the filly, No Factor, and she quickly opens up a 2.5-length lead. Cast a Coin moves into second. Blamaker is along the rail in third. One-time leader, Mr. Sugar Daddy's fourth, 6 lengths from the front. Then we come back to the gray Sobieski, who's tracked by one more rep. The trailer's Not for Nothing, 11 lengths from the lead. No Factor leads him up the backstretch, a length and a quarter over Cast a Coin. That's Blamaker, actually. Blamaker is in second, just moved past Cast a Coin through 22 and 3 opening quarter. No Factor. Blamaker. Cast a Coin, 1, 2, 3. Mr. Sugar Daddy's under a ride. So too, one more rep. Not for Nothing revs up from the back. Sobieski trails 8 lengths from the front. Blamaker just took over from No Factor through a half and 46 and 1. Off the turn and into the stretch, the favorite Blamaker has the lead. No Factor tries to battle back. Cast a Coin tries to rally. Not for Nothing barreling down the center of the course with an 1/8 of a mile to go. Blamaker is on his hands and knees. Here's Cast a Coin trying to find room between his Mr. Sugar Daddy. He's trying to scoot on through, and there's Not for Nothing. Cast a Coin. Not for Nothing. Cast a Coin wins the Tin Cup Chalice by a long head. $5.80. $2 exact to 3.5, 31.20. 50-cent try, 3.57, 22.62. 10-cent super, 3.572. $11.10. Nobody picked 6. And they're off in the finale. Maggie shows first to the inside. There's Thin Legs, along with Ouch That Hurt. Reiterates there. She Loves to Moves on the far outside. Princess Sonia, they're all mixing it up. A mad scramble for the lead. Saving all the ground, tracking them in 6th is In Traffic. Then we come back to Make a Joyful Noise, and at the back is Miss Pab. She's 10 or 12 from the front. They tore through the opening quarter, 22 and 2. Thin Legs and Princess Sonia survived the early war as Reiterate tries to hold her ground along the inside, just passed by Ouch That Hurt. She Loves to Move. Navarro's looking for 4 on the day. A nifty move from Maggie and Andre Worry. They just split rivals off the turn and into the stretch through a half and 46 and 3. Thin Legs trying to see it through. Princess Sonia's been hounding her the entire way. Maggie with dead aim. Ouch That Hurt, a gray streak. And on the far outside, She Loves to Move. Thin Legs on her hands and knees. Here's Maggie and Ouch That Hurt. Maggie takes the lead and draws off to win it by 2. It got 50-cent pick 4. 9536, $3,326.50. And the 50-cent pick 5. 79536, $5,087.50. That wraps up the live racing portion of the day here at Finger Lakes Gaming and Racetrack. Simulcasting remains open until 5:30. The casino remains open until 4 a.m. Live racing resumes tomorrow in an 8-race card that goes to post at 12:20 and a pick 6 carryover of $1,287. Until then, on behalf of the broadcast team, staff, and management here at Finger Lakes Gaming and Racetrack, I'm your track announcer, the Big A, Anthony Studio, thanking you for joining us today. We'll see you tomorrow at 12:20. Until then, please arrive home wherever you're going safely. Have a great night.